This looks like a good place to stop. The hogs have cleared away some of the pine needles right there. Plenty of fat wood around here. Alright, we'll do it right here. Welcome to Survival Theory. I'm out here in the woods with a backpack full of rocks. I brought these rocks out in the middle of the woods to show you different ways of doing the flint and steel method. This is not a how-to video for flint and steel. It's more ideas, options, what I prefer, and why I prefer. So let's get busy. Trail mix. Water. So I've got my charcloth. I've got my steel. And I've got my flint, or non-flint. Take a look at that. Now first I want to talk about the steel. Now those Norse style strikers, you know, that fit around your hand or C-shaped, have the little curls on them, those are really cool and they work. But I prefer to use an old file. Now I just broke this off of a larger old file. And the reason I like to use a file is because it's multi-purpose now. Not only is it a striker, it fits in the hand very well, it's high carbon steel, it's going to last forever, but again, it's a file. I can sharpen my axe, my machete, even a pocket knife if I had to, using this less rough side. It's got a coarse and not so coarse side. I can also shave a magnesium bar and even fat wood for very fine granules. Whatever the case may be, I've got it. And also this edge is a 90-degree spine. Excellent for shaving, like shaving fat wood or, you know, dry sticks to get a fire going, whatever you need. It's very great, works very well for that. Let's go through some of these rocks and see what kind of sparks they put out. Now here's a flint. Now hopefully you can see these sparks. Puts out very good sparks. Here's that piece of jade. See that? That puts out good sparks. Here's some jasper. Let's see. Very good sparks, very good. Trying to maybe angle it that way so you can see. Here's that crystal. I don't know what kind this is. But this is going to put out real good sparks. See that? Oh man, that's like a ferro rod right there. Of course it snapped a little bit of it. Look at that. Barely touching it. Just like a ferro rod. That is excellent. Here's that piece of agate. This should work very well. Sure does. That's almost ferro rodish right there. depending on what part I hit. There we go. Wow, that's good. Quartz. Let's see, let's go on. Edge is kind of worn right there. Let's try it like this. Very good. I hope you're seeing this. I'm not very good at that edge yet. Now that was almost ferro rodish. Did you see that? Look at this edge here. Very good on the quartz. Now here's that flint / petrified wood. And that's almost ferro rodish right there. That's very good. Here's that other piece of petrified wood. Lots of good sparks. Not so much on that edge. There's a good edge there. Almost ferro rodish there on that orange part. And this is the field piece of jasper that I got from the field. Not even much of an edge there. And it's still throwing some sparks. There's almost no edge at all. But it still throws sparks. I need to break this. And here's another igneous rock. It's got a lot of red. Probably a lot of jasper in there, but it's got a lot of sharp edges to choose from. And it busts up real easy. Look at that. But man, it was throwing sparks really good. See if I can use this little piece here. Oh yeah. Very good. And of course, the dragon glass Jon Snow sent me to take care of the white walkers. Let's see how well that does. It doesn't have much of a sharp edge because I've already struck it a lot. Yeah, even without a good edge, some good sparks on that. I don't like using obsidian very much because when you break it to get an edge, it's razor sharp. Shards will fly in your eye. I mean, it's like broken glass. You put your hand down where you broke the rock and you'll get slivers in your hand. Very dangerous stuff, but it's very beautiful. Anyway, I've been having trouble with this charcloth holding a spark. But we'll see if we can get one sparked up. And what I wanted to show you was, well, let me go get some fat wood and I'll show you. Because I can take this fat wood and make that my bird's nest with just a very small amount of processing. I don't have to worry about, my bird's nest material being too moist. As I tell you, sometimes it's really hard to find dry material for a bird's nest. So I've got a few shavings right there. Or slivers. Now what I'll do is I'll take my iron, because of this spine on it, I'll get some shavings off of this fat wood. Look how well it does that. Hardly any work at all. I don't need a See, this knife doesn't have a very good spine, but I've always got my steel for a scraper, as well as to sharpen that knife if I had to. If I didn't have my diamond, that's plenty right there. Alright, just so, in case I have trouble filming this, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to strike a spark onto this charcloth, hopefully about the middle here. Then I'm going to just put a little bit of fatwood shavings inside there, fold this over, then I'm just going to blow on it. I'm going to light that fatwood, then I'll drop it down here on this piece of pine bark. I'll start adding my kindling and I'm ready to go. So no bird's nest, just this little bit of fatwood there. Now if your cloth is not lighting very well, or the material is not catching a spark, you can set that material down on the ground and strike this way and throw the sparks onto your material. Or you can do it this way, which you see a lot. Find a better edge. There we go. Let's see. See right away, this is not lighting. Sparks are hitting it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to lay it down here and shower it with sparks till it catches. The good news is, if I'm having trouble, I've got plenty of rock, plenty of steel, and if I'm not holding this material, I'm not going to damage it, so I can just keep trying without worrying about running out of char material. I can just let it sit there and try to spark it. Alright, we finally got something. If at first you don't succeed, alright. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the fatwood inside here, wrap it around there, and just light that. There. So I got my fatwood lit. Now I can start adding sticks. So there was a lot of trouble trying to get a spark to hold on that charred material, but it got done. And of course I had to do it by throwing sparks down to it rather than holding it. But that's the way it goes sometimes. But we have plenty of rock, plenty of steel, and by putting it down on the ground, I'm not risking tearing up that little piece. It may be the only piece I have. So I need to try to conserve that until it takes a spark. Of course, once it takes a spark, if fatwood is available, I like to wrap the fatwood up with that char material. Then I can just blow on it, light that fatwood. That's going to take the place of the bird's nest. It's a lot less processing time. It goes pretty quick. Plus, sometimes when you try to build a bird's nest, that stuff gets pretty moist. It can be hard to light. And of course, for the stones, I mean, check that out, a quartz crystal, a piece of agate. something like that. That's pretty cool to pull out to build a fire. So there's lots of different options for the stones you can use. So see what you like to use and have fun with it. And as always, thanks for watching Survival Theory. Please share, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. I'm almost back to the road, the forest road, and look at this. Someone tried to do something here. They were shooting at this. Looks like a shotgun. Maybe. What do you think that is? There's a lot of hits there. A lot of hits there. Maybe a shotgun. And they've got this rope around here. They've been hitting this. That looks like a blade when they were cutting that. There's a piece of rebar. So some sloppy work here. I don't know what they were trying to do, but they left a mess. Tore that pine tree up. Of course, it was already pretty torn up, so maybe in the long run no harm was done. But they left some cordage, that iron, so I'm going to take that with me. Yeah, definitely shotgun. Look at that. Look at that. So, someone was hacking all around here, making a mess. Poor stewardship. Poor stewardship.